I have a really, from athlete point of view, to one client that came to me in a wheelchair with couldn't walk for years, a Marine, and parachutes malfunction.
He had a parachuting accident?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he came to the gym on a wheelchair, very heavy, very depressed, and very debilitated on physical aspect. This guy in a 1 year was walking, no wheelchair, no nothing. That was the most aggressive before and after I have.
Wow. Welcome to the Financial Literacy Institute Business Spotlight Series. Today we are joined by Wagner Ferriera, owner of Fitness and Results. We're going to talk about how he got started, the challenges he has faced, the lessons he's learned, and what advice he has for others who may want to start or grow a business. So welcome, Wagner.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your business and yourself. Introduce yourself.
So, as you mentioned, my name is Wagner Ferriera. I own a Fitness and Results, which is a private training facility, precisely here in Winter Garden, and where we work with athletes and all level trainees, clients who need from weight loss to improve athlete condition, to improve their fitness, their games, their goals.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Tell us where you grew up and what was your first job?
Grew up in Brazil, so speak Portuguese too. And growing up in Brazil, I have many jobs. I had really many jobs, and one of those, asking precise, the first job I had as a child, working in a country. My family had a farm, and I want to have my own money. I want to be independent. I have my own money, not depending on their finances or handout. So on early ages, I'm talking about 8 to 9 years old, I had my watermelon plantation. Yeah. My mother gave me a little piece of land, and I started growing watermelon, and I had to put those watermelons on my bicycle and go on a road about 25 miles with the 2 watermelons, sometimes one. And I go to the fresh market and sell watermelon, so I have my own money. That was my first job.
Wow, that's an amazing story. That actually kind of answers my next question, which was, did you always want to own a business and work in the profession that you're in now?
So I always want to be independent. I always dislike work to others. I did that for a little period of time. I guess everybody must have it. And that job, that business and job I have today was a result of a frustration, personal frustration that ended up make me become a fitness trainer, and frustrated with seeing how other people, other trainers treat their clients, just watching.
Okay. Were there any people in your life who influenced your career path?
Like I said, back on trying to change and improve my own physique and my own fitness, change myself, hopefully for better. I got motivated to be educated and realized that education is very necessary in order to achieve what I was having in mind. And also the education made me realize that other people doing training that I was watching on the gym wasn't doing properly. On this journey, one day I approached this one trainer that this was back in 1998. I really like. He was, his name is Mr. Little. And I was at Bally's Fitness. A couple of my friends used to go there, and we watched it. All these trainers really terrible, and this one guy, Todd, he was like a hands-on helping, and I approached this guy and I inquire about his prices with the charge availability and all that, and he showed me. He said he didn't have any availability. He did not have any availability, and he's always busy. He took his time for literally 10 minutes and showed me different things that I should do differently to improve my exercise. Because I have intention, I just did not have a knowledge. And I realized then how important the knowledge made, because this guy knew. And a couple changes, and it's made my workout very different. Very, very different. Little changes. But he didn't have availability. And then right there, the trainer was born in 1998.
So he had a big influence on you.
Big influence. He don't even know. He don't even know.
Did any of your family have any influence on how things turned out for you?
No, not really. No, that was a personal decision to go this way. In fact, I went to business administration degree, and as a trainer, I definitely used that degree to apply on my business, in an organization aspect, financial aspect.
Yep.
But it's nothing related to fitness. That was a passion.
But getting a business degree gave you the basic knowledge on how to run a business.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though your business is fitness
different
and gyms and things like that.
You have to apply in order to succeed. Otherwise, you don't know where to go, how to organize the business.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Keep the business organized.
Right. You can be great in what you do as a trainer, but then your business collapses because you don't understand how it's structured on a business aspect.
Exactly. Did you, were there ever any financial issues when you were growing up that had an impact on you?
Not really. I mean, we have as a family and everything, we had enough, by definition. I just wanted my own. I was always, as a little kid, to work in several different jobs, not just the watermelon was just the first one, so I have my own and not depending on my parents or anyone else to give me anything. Mm-hmm. So that independence, I had 8 years old, I was doing things to generate income, sell ice cream in the street, to do anything. I was embarrassing my parents because I want to do those things. And oh my God, I don't want anybody to see you doing this thing. Oh, what embarrassing. We have a private airplane and this and that, and you're like in the street selling ice cream, popsicle. That's horrible. I hope people don't see you. I go, no, I hope they see you so I can sell to them. That was
so you were an entrepreneur from the earliest age, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you get a new bicycle and you ride for 25 miles on a very rough condition to sell the watermelon. And I had to justify the day. I spent the rest of the day selling ice creams in a box, and I really come with a good chunk of money. Go to the bike store, buy some accessories to my bicycle, But I was a little kid. That's what I care. And save money, save a lot of money.
Good, good. So a little bit of background for our audience. You and I met 20 years ago, give or take, at Lifestyle Family Fitness.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
so I know you worked out or worked for other gyms for several years. How did you come up with the idea to start your own gym?
So, you need establish yourself first. Have a amount of clients, trainees
Yep.
who
Have a good client base.
who have a client base.
Yep.
Is a must, and you can't go crazy without any business background and believe you're just gonna rent a space, and then you don't have nothing. How are you gonna pay the rent? How much money you have saved? Just clients cancel. They cancel on you. They don't show. If nobody show, you don't have a revenue. You don't have money on a reserve. How are you gonna pay the commitments? You cannot be reckless and that I wait to get ready, and then I open up my own training facility.
Okay. So when you opened your own training facility, was there a problem you were trying to solve, and when did you realize that it was becoming a real business?
Working being a trainer on large chain gyms, I learn a lot. I watch always the behavior of the business and the behavior of the clients and everybody. So I knew there was a necessity to have was a need really to have a place where clients that don't want to share a bunch equipment when they finish one exercise is always feeling a rush because somebody is there waiting for them to get out, and then you cannot come back and do another set because somebody's there. So you ruin the whole routine, the whole plan. You set your mind. A lot of people does, and if you don't like the change, you want to organize and finish fast. And a lot of people too thought and I think part of the business, you see who are your clients, who are they a business people? Are they on a clock? They have how much time they have to spare to do this? Most of my clients, they are always on the go. Majority of they have a time. They squeeze the time to work out, and not having interruptions is very important to them. So that's where I could go and stay in a big space.
They're focused on why they're there.
They are folks. They want results.
Yep.
And they want to. They don't want to be interrupted because they have things to do in life. And go work out, get done, and move.
Yep. Did you do any market research before getting started? And when you did open, after you opened, was there ever a point in the beginning where you had a doubt of your idea and whether or not it would work?
Never. I never questioned my idea. My market search was talking to feedback from the people I was training and listen. That's when that's my research right there. I was talking to them. They're
talking to your existing clients.
Talking to my existing clients. Yep. Clients that was potential clients. Other people, hey, what are your thoughts about the training in a private space where you have, the equipment is for you to the beginning to the end. Instead, share here or go get a sip of water, and then somebody is on your machine. You turn around. You know that. So that I did a good extensive and I guarantee that by open my own business, I will have the security, the finances will be right. I had the secure money to protect it just in case, save money just in case, and have the clients were all gonna come to train with me. Now open a huge overhead and financial commitment without know what's gonna happen. I couldn't do that.
When you first started, were you still working at the other gym, or did you quit that and just
No,
went
I quit.
full into into your own?
Quit full blown to my own because there is a respect involved. You can is not ethical. You be there working and recruiting people from one business trying to steal to your business. So all the people, all the trainees, the clients I had, it was open and said, oh, I don't want to train with anybody. If you're not here, I go where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a no-brainer to me. So okay, so mark down 1, 2, and made the list, and the list was 100%.
Yep. So it was a clean break. All your clients followed you to your gym, and that was that.
Yeah. Yep. Owner packages sessions that they quit in other gym. I paid. I train for free. Oh, I have 5 sessions right there. I don't want to lose. Train with somebody there, or I will compensate for that.
So going back to, you had mentioned you did get a degree in business. Right. When you decided to go out on your own and start your own business, did you come up with any sort of a formal business plan, like a written business plan? And also, how did you fund the startup? Like, you had a lot of equipment, obviously, that you needed to purchase, and everything it takes to set up a gym.
So it took me a while to have enough reserve to start the business, to guarantee all the, God forbid, this client doesn't come or something happen, prepare for the emergencies. So I had
like a rainy day fund.
Yeah, I had the 3 months to cover all my expenses, save the money enough for that.
Okay.
And make sure I had a good credit score, a good credit, so I could finance some business. And what I did, I had enough credit to have, my business was new, remember that, but buying under the business name without any history is not exactly easy. So I had to have a personal guarantee on that. Mm-hmm. And
most business owners, small business owners, suffer. They have to personally guarantee it.
They have to. And a lot of people have a bad credit, don't worry about it. And I think it's 2 separate things. It's not 2 separate things. It's all one thing.
Yep.
And if you're the owner, if you're the president, it's on you.
Yep.
So I saved, moved, and invest. It was challenge, but I didn't down. I was very secure that that's what I was going to do.
Okay. What would you say was the first major choice that you had to make?
The choice is how much time I'm going to spend with my family, how much time I'm going to need to work to make this business.
That's a good answer.
So
a lot of people don't realize how much time you have to invest.
No, and honest, a lot of people have a different circumstance. A lot of young people, they have a lot of freedom to do it. Not in my case with wife and family and a paying mortgage. So how you bouncing with all that? So if you're not organized, I understand that the rate of fail is huge because a lot of people not think about that. You can, again, be neglectful. So the challenge is, okay, you guys hang in there. I'm going to go out to work. And I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea what time I'm going to be back.
Mm.
You know.
That's commitment.
Yeah. Sit down in the car for a nap and I go back to train because the more clients, the more is your income. So that was.
What was the hardest part about getting started?
Is kind of unknown up there. You have the clients, you have people who say you're gonna buy from you, be there for you, but you don't know when to actually you're there, and then you see who actually came, who didn't, who said was going to do one thing, who shows up,
and who stays.
That's who going to support you.
Yep.
A lot of people say a lot of things, but not everybody kind of going to be there.
Right.
And that was a very, very scary part because you cannot count that you're going to need to use the reserve. You do not want to touch the reserve.
Yeah. Was there one mistake that taught you a major lesson? And was there ever a time you thought about quitting?
I think trust is a major thing. Trust. Have a support, either, family or a financial support or a mentor. I think those things are very important. I never believe I'm gonna quit. I never thought, my God, this is so hard that I can't do this anymore. I never considered that. I had so in my mind that I was gonna make it happen one way or another. Between transitions, one point to talk about quit. When I left, Lifestyle Family Fitness and LA Fitness bought out. I was building Genetic Fitness. So that space in between, I had 3 months gap that I left. I was like a homeless, right? And I got
homeless from the gym.
From the gym, from a job. Like
Yep.
I didn't have my home gym. And I had to do something. I got my clients in a training in public parks.
Oh, that's creative.
I didn't have equipment. I have like a Swiss ball.
I kind of think I remember that actually.
Yeah.
When you were training remotely.
Yeah, Windermere. Yeah, I was, and some days I will use the gym in the community, but the residents did not see several clients showing up, so I would train in the park, jump in the playgrounds, doing playground workout, share with the kids.
Right.
But I was getting paid, and
you found a way to get it done.
You got to be creative,
Yep.
and yeah.
What was the biggest financial challenge for you early on?
Well, those, like I mentioned, depend what you want, Anna. Depend what you're looking for. I want to have a structure that attend all the need for my trainees, like equipment. I have a nice place. And like I was mentioning earlier, negotiate to be able to purchase those things. It was financial challenge. It was those equipment are expensive.
The initial investments.
The initial investment, you gotta have that kickstart. You can get you can train in a park, but I gotta keep in mind who are your clients. the vice president of whatever corporation, he's not going to be going to playground all the time.
Right.
Some of the
Right.
wealthy lady from Windermere, she's not interested in training with the ants biting her.
Right.
So you gotta see who are your clients, and you gotta cater to attend it. Then that's what I otherwise you could keep it simple and have a little less financial stress, but you still have it.
Yeah. What surprised you the most about running a business? So you went from working for other companies to now you are working for yourself. You run the business. What surprised you the most?
Wasn't exactly a surprise, but something that I had to worry about is you gotta pay the electricity. It's always kind of connected to financial. The finances.
The things you don't think about.
Yeah, the taxes, and learn how to open a corporation. All those steps those are you gotta have. You run a business, you gotta have everything professionally done, and there's a lot of details in to get all the way it should be. That was more than a kind of, even with the business administration background, is when you go to put your own business together, have a business plan, do all the legal aspects, it changed a little bit.
When did you realize that the business was starting to work, and what have you done to help grow the business?
The business, I knew was going to work because I determined to make it work one way or another. If I have to work 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours a day, I did not care. I was ready for that. So I had a no doubt that it was going to work because I was very determined to work. Sometimes in some weeks, and then we had the COVID, and that was hard. I had to close, shut down, and that was a challenge. That who knew that? How, if I didn't have any savings, any preparation for that, I probably would be out of business because everybody wanted their money. Always go back to the finances is because if you had your mindset to what do you have in mind, what is going to be the question is going to always be responsibilities, financial responsibility.
Every business, finances is the heartbeat. What role has customer service played in your success?
I think everything. I think the caring for your clients is like the number one. That's I think make or break. Everything else, it will flow from there. Customer service, answer your phone, talk, hear, be a good listener. Is my opinion is customer service is it go over and beyond, go more than anyone else gonna go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but
take care of the customer.
If you need
better than anybody else.
Yeah, try to be flexible, sacrifice, but it's all go to the.
That's a good word,
side.
Flexible too.
Yeah. I cannot come in today. When can you come? So I have this issue. Be a good listener. So it's all customer service. I think it's all heart related.
Right. What would you say has been your proudest business moment so far?
I had several situations. I have a really, from athlete point of view to a one client that came to me in a wheelchair with couldn't walk for years, a Marine, and parachutes malfunction, broke.
He had a parachuting accident?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he came to the gym on a wheelchair, very heavy, very depressed, and very debilitated on physical aspect. This guy in a 1 year was walking, no wheelchair, no nothing. That was the most aggressive before and after I have.
Wow.
I mean, like, it's emotional on the aspect because it's also could not afford pay a trainer. I squeezed.
So how did you meet this guy?
He came to the gym. He came to Lifestyle Family Fitness.
Okay.
And when you join the gym, you have a right to spend assessment time with a one trainer. That was the thing. He said, okay, part of your membership, you will have one session with the trainer. They're going to introduce you the equipment, this and that, and they're going to show you the gym around, and I'm going to get some measures, to get you started.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I met this guy. Well, gym equipment, somebody working in a wheelchair, the equipment is going to be is hard. He was physical, have a lot of physical challenge, and got upset very quick. I learned that like in 5 minutes. Then I'm talking to him. He very moody, and very disappointed with life and everything. And I knew that I had a little challenge and sit down, and I needed help across from me, and I needed help. In my head, did not think about selling training. In my head is how I can help this guy. In my back of my head, I couldn't even one point listen to this guy's story anymore because it was so terrible. But I said he needed help, and he didn't the financial resource to pay for a trainer. So, which is part of those one sessions assessment is trying to bond and see the need and sell training eventually.
Right.
It's part of is the business, right?
Yep.
And there was no sell training to this gentleman. That was, and I block a time on my schedule twice a week, and I train him for free.
Wow, that is a great story. Okay, so being the Financial Literacy Institute,
Yep.
I'm going to ask you a few questions that are directly tied to financial lessons that you have learned as a business owner. The first one is, what is the most important financial lesson you have learned as a business owner or professional? And how do you manage cash flow?
I'll say don't be neglectful with money, because money do not take any disappointed. Money do not take any crap, if I can say that. So don't be neglected. Money do not accept.
Don't neglect the money.
Don't neglect, because money doesn't take, not going to take it that well. So be smart with.
Okay.
And what was the second question?
How do you manage cash flow?
Cash flow, when is enough left, I'm putting that to invest.
Okay.
I usually get some stocks, get the cash flow, get separated. You got to make sure you put aside for your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So
So free cash flow. So cash flow is money coming in and money going out. That's the flow of cash in a business. And when you have extra, that's called free cash flow. So you invest that money. That's what you should do. How do you decide when to reinvest in the business? In other words, instead of investing in stocks with that free cash flow, when do you decide whether or not you should put it back into the business?
New equipment, new up-to-date equipment, changing as according to the necessity.
So updating equipment,
updating purchasing things that will improve the business quality.
Okay.
For the business, therefore to your clients.
Yep. What financial mistakes should new business owners avoid?
I think there's a list of them. I think definitely have a plan, and don't buy what you don't need. Organize exactly what your plans are, so the mistake not happen. Say, oh, I invest in this equipment, and nobody uses. There's no need.
That's a good point.
And this is a real thing.
Yeah, especially in a gym.
Yeah, especially in a gym.
You buy a piece of equipment because that equipment is not cheap.
Yeah, as a business in general, because I'm talking about my gym experience. Obviously, there's tons of different business, but on a business, I think bad investment. You gotta really do your due diligence, do your homework before you take action. Maybe get a consultation with somebody. Make sure that you're not gonna regret the action. Even like you need a office, you're gonna be a dentist or whatever. Don't get more than you can chew.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and you can always get bigger, grow, developer.
Do you use a CPA or a bookkeeper, like a professional bookkeeper of any kind?
I don't. I'm not big enough to do that. I recommend it. I think it's a good idea. Although I learned how to do that as part of my business administration, I learned how to do this.
Right.
I went
so you
to
know
seminars.
how to do that yourself.
Yeah, I took seminars, because I try to keep the cost overhead low.
Yep.
One of those things is go learn yourself.
Yep.
So.
Do you keep your finances, like your personal finances and your business finances, separate?
Separate.
Okay. So like two separate checking accounts.
Two separate, completely.
And that helps
different.
that helps make it easier for keeping the bookkeeping on the business
absolutely
separate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The business pay me.
Yep. Let's talk a little bit about leadership. How has your leadership style changed over time?
As you get more knowledgeable on your area or things that it matter, and overall leadership, if that's the question, your personality is something that you can adjust, but the core is born with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to be able to adapt, and the capability to adapt can be a big factor on that, in my opinion, because you
so
can be a
leader will adapt to situations.
Adapt to the situation, yep. See what is, and always you adapt because you're good listeners. Always go back to understand who you surround and who you're dealing with.
So tied to that, how do you handle conflict or difficult decisions?
It's almost like the same answer. A lot of patience, um, um, hard decisions, and should I do this or should not. Sometimes it's something that happened, and you gotta make a decision. At one point you can push those problems. Many times not gonna go away from you. They're not gonna
Yeah.
run. They're gonna you go away. When you come back, the problem is still there. Sometimes
It's still
worse.
there. And as a leader, it's up to you to
Is
make the call.
the leader gonna need to make the decision, and
Yep.
you're gonna need to analyze all the facts, the finances, the if it's a good idea, who is affected by that, and you need to make the call. That's, I think, the leader is the guy that gonna be having that decision
Yeah.
in the end of the day, because everybody's like too scared, too afraid, and you confidence.
Sometimes it's easier not to have to make the call, but somebody still has to make the call.
Right, especially we're talking about if you're the owner, if you're director,
Yeah.
if you're the top.
It goes
on the
back to
chain,
where do we reinvest the money, or what do we do if we make a profit?
right?
So, yeah. Let's just touch on technology real quickly. How has technology changed your business?
It's definitely my personal business. I see technology coming, and I hear a lot of people feeling a little trapped by that, by the AI and everything. I think it's a very important, and AI, and I know all the technology involving. But I don't think you should be afraid of that. You need to be prepared and to learn it and to incorporate all the positive things that can come.
Are there any like certain software or programs that you use on a regular basis?
I do use a software on my program, on my business, specific for the training, not part of not on the financial aspect, but I use to help organize my business, just to keep it tracking everything, all the data, all what happened, everything I import that and help.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end of the day, all the technology is important, can be trapped if you're not good in what you do.
Right, right. How do you stay competitive? And are you seeing any trends in your industry, like changing trends? Do you watch trends?
I do. I again, back to who are my clients, how much my clients care about trends, how important are trends, because there's a lot of trends that it lasts a month, so there's no reason to me to get into trends, because a lot of
Some trends are good and some trends come and go.
most of them come and go.
Yeah.
That's why it's called trends. And our body, on my business specifically, our body haven't mutated. So a lot of people like invent for clicks and doing silly videos, and those things are different goals, a different purpose. You're not on a business aspect of training and a healthy aspect. You're doing for clicks. That's where the technology and the trends separate. And should you ignore?
You're talking about like some of the things you see online, like social
Yeah,
media and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
It's a business where they invent and create content is distract for clicks and not for the good of your business.
Right. Right. What are your goals for the next few years? Do you plan to expand or add any services or anything?
My goal is pretty much just consolidate the way I am right now. I don't wanna spend I found that based on previous experience, that it's very hard to duplicate myself. I don't have twins. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. No twins. So it's hard to duplicate the two of me to
Right.
have the same results. It would be great. I would do that. I think we even spoke about that 10 years ago. And because I cannot duplicate myself and stay small and stay private, is working very good for me. It's not being ambitious, but if you are in a good place, stay in a good place.
Okay. All right, so we're getting close to the end of the session here. I'm going to give you a few questions. We're going to call this lessons learned. Okay. So what advice would you give your younger self?
As much as you think you know things, you can always learn more.
Okay, that's good. What is one lesson every entrepreneur or professional eventually learns?
That's a lot of answers for that, Joe.
Give me a quick one.
Boy, you're learning that things is not as easy as it looks when you're there.
Not as easy as it looks.
Yes, you see other business, you see other people, but until you get started and have all your financials and everything compiling there,
right,
all your risks, you go, oh boy.
What is one financial lesson everyone should know?
Save money.
Save money. Boy, I couldn't agree more. How do you personally define success?
The success is based, in my opinion, on reflect on your life and what the results of everything you do. That's the success.
Yep.
You see, you're looking in the mirror, you see where you are, and that's the success. And I think
where you are today and where you've come from.
Never forget that.
Yep. If you lost everything tomorrow except your knowledge, reputation, and work ethic, what would be the first thing you would do?
I would start over, because I have the knowledge, I have the reputation, I have the ethic. I just will find what I did wrong, and I make sure I correct everything.
Learn from your mistakes.
Learning from my mistakes, correct, and voila.
That advice is golden. We all have to learn from our mistakes.
Better.
What advice would you give someone who wants to start a business but is afraid to take the first step?
I suggest that be ready, study, learning all the steps necessary, not the first 2 steps. Learn all the steps from before and after. What are the consequences and risks, and maybe be afraid is not a terrible thing. It's better than be neglectful and do something silly that you're going to regret.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think be afraid is a horrible thing. You need to overcome this fear, and that's going to happen as you are ready. How you prepare yourself, that fear vanish.
Yep. Well said. All right. Last section, rapid fire.
Let's do it.
Rapid fire. You ready? Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Morning person or night person?
Morning.
Favorite business book or podcast?
Podcast. Yeah. Podcast.
Do you have a specific one that you like?
I like a Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, okay. Best purchase under $100.
Best purchase under $100. God, best purchase in probably some protein shake.
One app or tool you use every week.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, okay. One habit that helps you stay productive? One habit.
One habit that is the exercise routine.
Exercise.
Is a habit.
Okay. One word that describes your business journey.
Determined.
Determined. One person who inspired you.
Better version of myself.
Biggest lesson from failure.
Never give up.
Never give up. Best piece of advice you ever received.
That was, don't be neglect with the money. You're going to be regretful.
Okay.
Like buy stuff, let me spend the money with this.
Don't waste your money.
Let me get a credit card debt, No.
Don't waste your money.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the best advice. Whatever you do, and my father said that. And he said
that's
one thing.
great advice.
Never spend one unless you have 4 more of those on your wallet.
All right. Thank you for sharing your story with us today. Every successful business has a journey, and every journey contains lessons that can help someone else. We appreciate your time, your honesty, and your willingness to support the mission of the Financial Literacy Institute.
Absolutely.
If today's conversation inspired you, visit us at tflischolarships.com to learn about our free financial literacy classes and scholarship opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more content designed to help you build a stronger financial future. Thank you.